Shabbat Shalom. Good Shabbos. Let me hear everybody. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
You know, it's one of the darkest times of the year. And what do we do when it's dark? We make light. And how do you make light best? You make light best together. Together. So let's get all together on page 4 in our sitters. Hine matov v'manayim. How beautiful it is to be with you this Hanukkah, this Shabbat. 2, 3, 4. Hine matov all together.
Hine matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim, hine matov u'manayim. Shevet achim gam yachad, 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 shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim, hine matov u'manayim. Shevet achim gam yachad, 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 shevet achim gam yachad.
Happy Hanukkah, Shabbat Shalom. I was singing Hanukkah songs with the nursery school kids the other day, and you have to come up with new verses for I Had a Little Dreidel. Of course, I had a little dreidel I made out of mud when it got all tired, that kind of thing, right? And but it's a new age. So I asked, well, what should the dreidel be made of? And one said, an iPad. So I sang, I had a little dreidel, I made it on my iPad, but when I tried to spin it, it broke, and I was so sad. But for Hanukkah, Wendy and I bought all of our kids all over the country a portal. Do you know what a portal is? Have you seen this? It's this little machine that is sort of like FaceTiming, but it actually moves around the room with you. It's really a way to see grandchildren, but right now we have to basically watch our grand dog go back and forth, And so I'm looking for a rhyme for I had a little dreidel, I made it, I spun it on my portal. So if you have a good one for that after, but what rhymes with portal? Like chortle, immortal. So you said send them in after services. I want to hear because I'm using it tomorrow night. Okay, in any case, it's my very great pleasure to ask our most regular congregant on Friday nights to come forward with his Nana, Austin, that's you, to light the Hanukkah candles as we turn in our prayer books to page 94. And of course, we light the Hanukkah candles first because it's not Shabbat yet. Oh, we have to light it. Oh, wait a minute. I have a shamus for the shamus.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Chanukah. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asa nisim, she'asa nisim lavoteinu, bayamim hahem, bayamim hahem, bazman hazeh, bazman hazeh, amen.
And this next couple are also fairly regular observers here at Temple Israel. Cindy and Mark Handel will come forward to light the Shabbat candles. And of course, Mark is also a magician. So if you're really good, he may actually make them disappear at the same time. So we'll see how it goes. We turn back in our prayer books to page 13 or 14, I think. Let's try, let's try 14. Here we go. Actually, let's try 13. 13. If you made them disappear, that would do it.
Light is the foundation of life, yet impossible to touch. Light is flowers growing and fruit trees blossoming, photosynthesis and rainbows shimmering. Light is energy and romance, enlightenment and lightning. Light is red and violet and magenta and blue, lasers and campfires, warmth and illumination, the sunset and the dawn. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu l'hadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Turn to page 34 for Lecha Dodi.
Lecha Dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad hishmi'anu, el hameyuchad Adonai echad, u'shemo echad, u'shemo tiferet v'li'itila. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela.
Likrat Shabbat, lechu v'nelcha ki mekor, haberacha merosh mikedem nesucha, sof maaseh b'machshavat chila. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Hitoreri ki vorech, kumi uri, shir taperi kivod Adonai, halayich nigla. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela.
לך דודי לקראת כלה, הנה שבת נקבלה.
בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצולה, תוך אמוני ים סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, הנה שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, הנה שבת נקבלה. לה 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 la.
On page 93, you will find the Al Hanisim prayer, which is inserted traditionally into our tefillah during the festival of Hanukkah. And you know the melody, Al Hanisim, but the English is actually quite stirring and relevant to our lives today. And so I thought we would read it together at the bottom of the page. We give thanks to you, O God, for redeeming wonders and the mighty deeds by which, at this season, our people was saved in days of old. In the days of the Hasmoneans, a tyrant rose up against our ancestors, determined to make them forget your Torah and to turn them away from you. But you were at their side in time of trouble. You gave them the strength to struggle and to triumph, that they might serve you in freedom. Through the power of your Spirit, the weak defeated the strong, the few prevailed over the many, and the righteous were triumphant. Then your children returned to your house to purify sanctuary and kindle its lights. And they dedicated these days to give thanks and praise to your name. As we continue on page 42 with Chatzi Kaddish.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, אמן. בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון, בחיי לכל בית ישראל. בגלה, בגלה, ובזמן קריב, ויאמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך, לעלם ולעלמי עלמיה, יתברך. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי דקודשה בריחו, לעילם מן כל בחטא ושירתה. תושבחתה ונחמתה, דמירן בעולמה, ויאמרו אמן. לי לה 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 Yai la 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 la, yai la 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 la, yai la 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 la. Baruch hu et Adonai hamevorach. Baruch Adonai hamevorach, hamevorach leolam vaed. Hamevorach, hamevorach leolam vaed.
In honor of Judah Maccabee, Judah the Hammer, we turn to page 45, and we pray together at the top of the page. If fear is like a rock, then let me be a hammer. If sorrow is a fire, then let me be the sea. When challenges arise, may my heart increase in strength, like the moon that shines brighter when the darkness falls. We continue now on page 56, at the bottom of the page. You didn't have to command me to love you. I'd have loved you anyway. You remembered me when it felt like everyone else had forgotten. You were kind when the world wasn't. You were the spark of light in the dark when I needed to find my way. In you I found strength, courage, hope. So you didn't have to command me to love you. I'd have loved you anyway.
Every voice. Shema, Shema, Israel, Adonai. Beautiful. Eloheinu, Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Adonai Echad. Shema, Shema, Israel, Adonai, Eloheinu, Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema, Shema, Israel, Adonai, Eloheinu, Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, U'shemo Echad. Baruch Shem Kavod. Baruch, Baruch Shem Kavod. Malchuto le'olam, 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 le'olam va'ed. Le'olam va'ed. Shema, Shema, Israel, Adonai, Eloheinu, Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
As you're seated, we continue with the Ve'ahavta on page 57. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'otecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'elech asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'veitecha uvlechtecha v'derech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
There are some midrashim that rabbis repeat over and over again because they are so good, in this case, almost too good to be true. And so we turn to page 62 for the Micha Mocha, which of course is the song of freedom which our ancestors sang at the shores of the Red Sea. And if we look carefully at the letters of the Micha Mocha, we see that if we take the first letter of each word, of the first phrase, it spells the Hebrew word Maccabee. And that really teaches us that this struggle for freedom, especially religious freedom, continues over and over again in every generation. It was true in the case of the Israelites who needed to be freed from the Egyptian slavery. It was true in the time of the Maccabees. And if you think about it, it's true in our time as well. So let's all be Maccabees as we sing together this song of freedom.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar ba'kodesh, nora tehilot osef ele, nora tehilot osef ele, nora tehilot osef ele. Malachutecha ra'u vanecha, וכהים לפני משה, זה לי ענו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד.
We continue together in the middle of page 64. Cause us, our Creator, to lie down in peace, and raise us up, O sovereign God, to renewed life and peace. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Guide us with your good counsel, and be our shield of mercy and of peace. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom aleinu, ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. Blessed are you, Adonai, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות, את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות, את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש. לה 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 יה לה 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 לה יה לה 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 יה לה 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 יה לה 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 יה לה 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 יה לה 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 יה לה 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 יה לה 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 יה לה יה 야 la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la la la.
Rise together on page 68.
Adonai sifatai tiftachu fi agi tehilatecha. Eternal God, open my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei avotenu v'imotenu Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, Elohei Rachel, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם, בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם, אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו, לשני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישוע, נאמן אתה להחיות הכל, ברוך אתה אדוני מחיה הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, קדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
As you're seated, we pray silently.
Ose shalom b'mamav. Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru amen ve'imru amen ve'imru amen ve'imru amen osei shalom osei shalom
Oseh shalom,
Hu ya'aseh
shalom,
aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru amen ve'imru amen ve'imru amen ve'imru amen osei shalom. May the one who makes peace above and watches over us help us build a world filled with love. May the one who makes peace above and blesses all of us. Hu ya'aseh shalom, osei shalom. Osei shalom b'mamav.
Oseh shalom,
Hu ya'aseh
shalom,
aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru amen
and watches over us.
amen
Help us build a world filled with love. May the one who makes peace above and blesses all of us.
amen osei shalom osei shalom osei shalom osei shalom osei shalom.
What a beautiful piece, a beautiful prayer. It's the kind that just fills you up, makes you feel good. And those of us who've been hit with a cold and flu this week certainly need that. Certainly that's what was going on in our house this week, and I know many of yours as well. If you notice that a chair beside you today that's empty, that's usually filled by one of our regulars, it may be that they're on vacation, it may be that they're home recuperating from that virus, or perhaps something even more serious. And so for those who need a little something extra, a prayer to fill you up, we send the Mishaberach out to you. If you're here, if you're home, if you're watching on the screen, streaming from afar, you're in our hearts, and you're in our souls, and you're in our prayers. And we sing the words of Mishaberach together now on page 83.
Mishaberach Avotenu Mekor habracha le'imotenu. May
Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
And for a moment of pure joy and happiness, just with the holiday of Hanukkah calls for a baby naming, we would like to invite Zachary Maynard Sandberg, the son of Liza Schiffman Sandberg and Brenner Casey Sandberg, to come forward now for your naming. And as you come forward, we have beautiful gifts for you, candlesticks, all kinds of wonderful things that your parents will enjoy.
Bruchim habayim b'shem Adonai, beraknuchem mi beit Adonai.
Let's see your pona. Here's a pona. It seems appropriate that we have a baby naming tonight on the 6th night of Hanukkah. He's smiling because you can't see a baby and not believe in miracles, right? That's right. So Zachary, in this wonderful sacred moment in your life, we give you the name Shalom Moshe. You are named in memory of your great-grandfathers Solomon Garber and Maynard Sandberg. Your proud grandparents are Marla and Irving Schiffman, Joanna Sandberg del Castillo, and Jonathan Sandberg. Yes. And we also remember your late grandmother, Julie Casey, and your proud great-grandmother, you're so blessed, is Sheila Garber. We pray that you see many miracles in your lifetime, a lifetime that is sweet and happy and joyful, and please God, healthy and peaceful. We say together, Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
Tonight we've been talking about regulars quite often, and I'm actually going to as well. So for all you regulars out there, you know that tonight's sermon is called the Prediction Sermon here at Temple Israel. It is the last Shabbat of 2019, and traditionally, the rabbi giving the sermon on this final Shabbat makes predictions about what the coming year will bring. As many of you might also know, whenever I am given this task, I respectfully decline. Some of you have heard why, but for those of you who don't know, I'll give you the short version. Years ago, more than a decade, we were entering an election year, much like we are now, but far less contentious. I predicted that we would elect a new president. At the time, George Bush was running for a second term, and I truly meant no disrespect. I meant to convey that the election would choose a president for a 4-year term. I truly did not mean any different, or that a different president would be elected. I was a very green rabbi, and if you know me, you know I would not have done that. Now, well, okay. So that prediction did not go well. It was the one and only time someone actually shouted back at me from the congregation. Yeah, he indeed took my prediction to mean that Bush would lose and a new president would be in the Oval Office. So I hope now you can understand why I shy away from making these kinds of predictions. But it's okay, because this is one of those times when the Torah swoops in and conveniently saves the rabbi. This Shabbat, we read the portion of Miketz. It's one of my favorites because it's the portion that we read about Joseph interpreting Pharaoh's dreams. No one in all of Egypt can make sense of his dreams, but rumor had it there was a prisoner that could do miracles. Joseph was brought before Pharaoh and put his skills to the test. Turns out his dream interpretations were actually predictions.
the Pharaoh dreamt of 7 skinny, scrawny cows rising from the Nile to devour 7 fat, healthy cows. Pharaoh then dreamt that 7 sheaves of grain, withered and thin, devoured 7 sheaves that were healthy and plentiful. For both dreams, Joseph made a prediction. The 7 fat, healthy cows and the 7 healthy sheaves represent 7 years of plenty in Egypt. Food will be abundant. However, the 7 scrawny cows and the 7 withering sheaves represented 7 years of famine that will follow the 7 years of plenty. Joseph said that Pharaoh's dreams were ordained by God as a warning and an impetus to prepare for years of famine. Through Joseph's dreams interpretations or predictions, he ended up saving Egypt. Pharaoh listened to Joseph's instructions to stockpile food during the years of plenty in order to sustain Egypt through the years of famine. Pharaoh was so taken by Joseph's abilities, he made a prisoner into a prince and declared that the Spirit of God was with Joseph. That's really saying something coming from a polytheist. So clearly, dream interpretation is as old as time. There are some common dreams that most of us have had that are thought to have certain meaning, like your teeth falling out. Anyone have, no, me? Okay, so I've had that. That is commonly thought to represent the loss of something, a job, a person, or even self-confidence. Or the dreams where you can't run, or can't scream, or can't see. Anyone? Thank you, okay. They all represent that we are avoiding something or not admitting something to ourselves and others. Our dreams are windows into our subconscious, and sometimes, I don't know about you, I'd rather that window stay closed. I suppose the ultimate question is, do we really want to know what's coming at us in 2020? For Pharaoh, Joseph's predictions were helpful, actionable, and even life-saving. But what I think we often forget about all the prognostication is that Joseph didn't just give good news, he gave bad news too. Pharaoh was able to absorb the information, took it as truth, and acted upon it. I just wonder, would we all be that wise? When we make predictions of our own, I'd bet you a whole lot of Hanukkah gelt that they're almost always positive. I'll go back to school, I'll pay off my debt, I'll finally learn how to play guitar. Or more commonly, I'll fall in love, lose the same 20 pounds I lost last year, and fall into my dream job. I don't know anyone who says, in the coming year, I will be overwhelmed by debt, my dog will run away, and the most expensive appliance in my house will decide it has served its earthly purpose. When it comes to predicting our own futures, we all see the year to come through rose-colored glasses. I think this is because we love to think that we actually have some modicum of control over our lives, that we can prevent the small annoyances and even the big tragedies from knocking on our door if we just have the best of intentions. We hold on to the notion that we, in fact, create our own destinies, carpe diem and all of that. Joseph was living in a world that relied on patterns. The sun rises and the sun sets. The Nile floods at this time of year, rains come at that time of year, and the cycle repeats itself over and over in a predictable way. When Joseph tells Pharaoh that the cycle is about to come to a screeching halt, Pharaoh listens because he's being told that the old reliable patterns are not always so reliable, and he must be ready to survive until the patterns return again. He predicted the absence of routine, and that can be incredibly scary. One of the scariest things we all deal with is being thrown out of our own routines. You might be thinking, no, I love going on vacation and leaving my routine behind. Vacation doesn't count. I'm talking about the phone call you get at 2 a.m. that someone's in the hospital, or all of a sudden you have 4 inches of water in your dining room. Either one of these unforeseeable events sends us into a flurry of activity we never saw coming. We cancel appointments, we take time away from work, often spend money we didn't plan on spending, all in the hopes of returning to our predictable routine so that we can feel like the world is right again. We long for the boring day, for traffic, the same chicken dinner,
for watching one show on Netflix, falling asleep on the couch, eventually going to bed and starting over the next day. It's pretty amazing how desirable a boring routine becomes when we are forced out of ours by things we never could have predicted in our wildest dreams. It would be a Hanukkah miracle if we could predict every twist and turn in our lives, but alas, even Joseph didn't see everything coming. I always found it interesting that Joseph could predict the years of plenty and the years of famine, but couldn't foresee the hundreds of years his own descendants would spend in Egypt in slavery. I guess he couldn't have predicted that in his wildest dreams. The bottom line is this: there are times when knowing the future is helpful, and other times when knowing the future can be scary and paralyzing. I have learned a lot in the past 16 years of my own life, and for me, perhaps the most important takeaway is that even if I knew some of those things were coming, I know now I probably couldn't have stopped them. There is prevention, but when push comes to shove, life happens. It's not time to ask why. It's kind of time to say, what now? So if we don't know what 2020 holds for us, we can do what we always do. Shore up our inner strength, make sure we have a loving family and community supporting us, and as Rabbi later told us on Rosh Hashanah, we need to live the dream every day. And that means something different to everyone. On Wednesday, 3 generations of my family made cupcakes and soup and ate the first meal, Chinese food of course, in our new kitchen. My heart felt peaceful, and I took pictures so I could capture those totally mundane moments that were more precious than I can ever express. I thank God for those moments and for that small amount of time, let go of the what ifs and what will I do when. For once, I just was, no looking backward or ahead. As we celebrate Shabbat and the 6th night of Hanukkah together, let's praise the boring and glorify the routine. Let's bless the ones who are with us on the couch when nothing is going on, and the ones who are with us when life gives us too much to bear. On this night of Shabbat and Hanukkah miracles, I won't make any predictions, but I will offer a prayer. May we all have the gift of our own boring routines with the people that we love in safety and prosperity. And let us say, Amen.
In the days when we were broken, in the nights when we were falling fast, in the times when hope was hard to find, the times when love was left behind, you came to lead us home.
In the story of redemption, in this tale that we will always tell, in the legend of our victory, a hero came to set us free, to bring us peace at last.
In these lights, we are surrounded by these lights. We are reminded by these lights. There are stories that will light our way. In these lights, we are reflected. In these lights, we are protected by these lights. There are miracles to find here in these lights. For the spirit of this season
reminded by these lights. There are stories that will light our way. In these lights, we are reflected. In these lights, we are protected by these lights. There are miracles to find here in these lights. In these lights, we are surrounded by these lights. We are reminded by these lights. There are stories that will light our way. In these lights, we are reflected. In these lights, we are protected by these lights. There are miracles to find here in these lights.
As we turn now to the conclusion of our service, we'd like to invite a couple celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary, Ron and Joyce Barnett, to come forward now in celebration for the adoration as we rise, as we open the ark. We'd also like to invite Austin and anyone under the age of 11 to come forward and help them as well.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד. ושמו, ושמו, ושמו אחד.
Please be seated. And now is the time that we turn to the task of memory as we recall those who've died in recent days, members of our families and our community. We remember Dr. Alan Apfelblatt, Stuart Allen Bensman, Barbara Berg, Janice Schwartz-Billmeyer, Leonard Brosgold, Rosalie Disner, Thelma Elson, Robbie Feldstein, Dr. Joel Foreman, Miriam Freeling, Zena Sulcas-Freeman, Ruben Glazer, Robert Glazer, Norma Goldman, Fran Klinger, Dr. Melvin Lester, Marshall Madison, Lou Nelkin, Martha Riley, Milt Ring, Robert Sachs, Mark Shaberman, Annie Shapiro, Dorothy Shepard, Burl Singer, Dana Wartel, Rodica Weiss, and Sylvia Rosen. We also remember those whose yardside fall at this time: Lois Ann Standig, Joseph Basson, Eva Kaminker, William Grinnebaum, Stefan Kandel, Louis Kleiman, Sidney Lieberman, Lily Margolis, Milton Mickey Mendel, Esther Olson, Dee Dee Perlman, Barbara Rubiner, Charles Stone, Betty Surtis, Leonard Trunsky, Irving Tuttleman, Robert Tuttleman, Jack Victor, Esenta Warshall, David Zach, Melissa Lumberg-Zagon, Lois Sine, Emery Black, Leonard Ross, Fanny Sandubray, Julie Schiffman, Lillian Crystal, Jerome Kordowitz, Sarah Gans, Gertrude Goodsmith-Cohen, Shirley Cohen, Louis Cohen, Winford Broder, Barbara Beltzman, Francis Barish, Noah Paisner, Rose Williams, Martin Kaplan, Rose Fain, Ray Fine, Carol Singer, Leonard Singer, Annette Mizell, Shirley Cohen Wayburn, Joseph Bing, Harry Burtman. Tehei Nishmotehem Surah B'Tzra Chaim. May their souls be bound up in the bond of everlasting life and memory. As we turn now to page 199 for the words of Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, ve'alma divra cherutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala uv'izman kariv v'yamru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam omei omaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei d'kudsha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Da'amiran b'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Osei shalom b'mromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved among us. Amen.
As we conclude our service, please join us in one final melody to light up this Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom, Chag Chanukah Sameach.